It's kind of funny. Obviously, there's two coins that I talk about here on the channel more than any other. Obviously, if you haven't figured it out, it's Shiba Inu and Cardano. And the funny thing is, a lot of people hate when I list the two in the same sentence. They basically say, how dare you? Why would you do that? Well, it's funny because obviously, if you watch my Shiba Inu video from earlier, I talked about this huge surge that we're seeing in large volume transactions. Okay, that's those that have an equivalent value of $100,000 or more. And while we've witnessed this within Shiba Inu over the last 4 days, we're witnessing the same thing happen in Cardano and ADA. Okay, we've actually seen now $2.5 billion worth of large volume transactions in the last 24 hours. That's even at a larger scale than what we witnessed in Shiba Inu. All right. Now, this is a huge surge in even just the quantity of transactions. We went from, actually this last 24 hours has been 14,780 transactions. It's actually 4,790 more than the prior day, almost actually over a 40% increase, which is kind of crazy to think about. Now, the big thing to look at here, same thing we did with Shiba Inu, is the flow, right? Whether it's an inflow or an outflow. And just like Shiba Inu, this is a net inflow. Okay, it's actually 6.61 million ADA. So that's to the positive side. It's also the reason why at this time we've seen the price of ADA move up. Okay, it's now over 38 cents, holding strong, trying to set itself up, trying to set a new floor for those next levels. Now, the funny thing is again, people hate when I list the two of these in the same sentence, but at the same time, they're working towards a very similar goal. Okay, both are building vertically integrated ecosystems. I think ecosystems are what a lot of people are going to be focused on as we move throughout this crypto cycle and into the future. And both of them have very different approaches in doing so. Obviously, Cardano is very, peer review, slow, security, scalability, and interoperability driven. Shiba Inu is solely focused, it seems like, on its community and creating new partnerships, creating cheap transactions, and bringing down the supply. So very different ways they're doing it. I think both obviously have a huge opportunities for success. Now, obviously right now, Cardano is witnessing a larger surge in these transactions, and it truly does make sense, right? One is the 15th largest coin in terms of market cap. One is the 7th in terms of market cap. And the sheer amount of developments that are being done in Cardano right now, the sheer opportunity that lies there should give a lot of people a very bullish outlook on the future. Now, as always, again, this is not financial advice, but these are the kind of metrics that you can't ignore. Okay, $2.5 billion in transactions from these large volume transactions, okay, from these whales, these big wallets, these people with the big money that are really starting to witness what is being built within the ecosystem. You can't ignore what they're doing. Follow the money. Pay attention to what the big dogs are doing. Like I said, in that same Shiba Inu video that talked about a very similar thing, they didn't get their money by being stupid. Okay, some of them, sure, they lucked into it. They hit on a big coin, right? But they're also focused on protecting their money, protecting it for future generations. And when we look at something like what Cardano is building at this time with ADA and all the other parts of the ecosystem, that's something that you can really get behind. Okay, so stay focused, pay attention to what's being done behind the scenes here. These metrics are important, which is why I talk to you guys specifically about them, because it's really hard to notice that these things are going on unless you look at the numbers. But I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you taking time out of your Sunday to stop in, check out the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, as always, please show your support below. The channel's been growing like crazy, and it's all because of you guys. But hope you have a great rest of your Sunday, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Take care.